Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate HD. This game was originally a 3DS exclusive, and it is one I own and I finished, so I know this game pretty well to be able to give it a review based on what I've experienced on the HD version so far, of course, because I'm gonna try to stick to the HD copy of it, not refer to the 3DS too much. But of course I haven't finished this title nowhere near yet. I've only given it a quick run to make some comparisons, and so far I'm impressed. So let's start a fresh game here so you can get an idea of what this game looks like. There's an interesting art style in the cutscenes. It's sort of like 2.5D if you're gonna play it in 3D. Now, I just have to make a note while this cutscene goes. This will work with the generic Tridef Ignition profile. It won't work with the Castlevania Lords of Shadow profile, ironically. It will work with the generic profile. And of course, the first thing you want to do is turn Power 3D off. As with all the videos I show you, and then you want to adjust stuff like personally. Again, I'll go over this. I like to put custom focus. In this case, I have an 80-100 setting on the custom focus because I don't want the thing shifting around. You're getting a good look at this pretty cool cutscene, even though it's like just like a whole bunch of cutouts giving you a 3D impression. I like the art style. Of course, when it gets to the gameplay, it is these are real 3D graphics being rendered stereoscopically. It looks a lot like the 3DS. In fact, I have a sort of suspicion that the reason why the generic profile works is that this game is very close to its 3DS equivalent still, and doesn't need very much to get it going. It just needs the normal stereoscopic method to be turned on, and boom, voila, nothing special. So at the beginning you get a sort of little quick tutorial, and this is very, very similar to the 3DS version. I had to turn a few effects off for the 3D to work properly, notably motion blur, which honestly doesn't really impair the graphics at all. I don't see much of a difference, and because I use interlaced monitors for the 3D, I also turned off anti-aliasing. Look, it gives me a few extra frames per second. Not that this game has any issues with the frame rate, but I like to keep it nice and fluent, especially that I record with fraps for my reviews. Nice, look at that. Look at that airtime. So, this obviously has the same coolness factor as the 3DS game. This is pretty much what I found myself doing when I first played the 3DS version of this game. There's a lot of button mashing, okay? There's probably a downside of this game, but at the same time, what gives this game an interesting quality is that the button mashing is oddly satisfying. Of course, it's not brainless button mashing. Let's say it's at least to a certain degree calculated. Better gamers will be better at this game, definitely so. But still, by parts, you'll find yourself smashing the buttons. In fact, when it comes to oh shit, I'm gonna have to do this again here. There we go. And now what's the button for this one? Press right to grab the enemy. There we go. I can do an execution maneuver with one button when the enemy is flashing, so that's kind of cool. Let's see if I can do it again. Yeah, there we go. Execution style. Alright. Let's do an area attack here. There we go. Let's kill this guy. Now, the way the buttons are configured on this controller, I can actually safely say that I feel just a little less like a button masher than on the 3DS for some reason. I don't know if it's the way I hold the controller. Look at the volume here so that I don't get smothered. But you can see there's some cool cutscenes. All these I've seen on the 3DS.
The pathetic brotherhood of life concern.
There's a little bit more detail in this version. Not a lot more in terms of the meshes, but it seems that the textures have been improved. And in the cutscenes, I have clearly noticed a little bit more detail, especially those 2.5D cutscenes with that cool art style. They made the mouths move when they talk and stuff like that, so there's a few improvements here and there. But essentially, I'm pretty much looking at the same game. I could swear also at the beginning, the first level, I saw a few more enemies. Not in this tutorial portion, but when I went through the first part of the first level after all this, noticed a few more enemies. I'm not sure. I don't have the 3DS version with me. I lent it to a friend. I would actually like to do a side-by-side comparison, but I can't right now. But I could swear that it's they pushed the envelope a little more with what's on the screen, so they are using the PC's capability. But when it comes to the game itself, the gameplay, the experience, it really does feel like the 3DS version. The 3D itself is just as compelling. It is beautiful. It really comes out great.
The child from his father. Trevor and his lineage would be the only ones capable of facing him in the future. Your son's survival is the only hope for humanity.
You can notice there's better shadows in these scenes.
Come for him at nightfall.
And the other thing that I had noticed on the 3DS is I could swear in this scene the mouths didn't move, so that is also a huge step up from the 3DS version. So you can skip the text, that's always a positive thing. And now this is the introduction of the Simon Belmont Act. This game, if I'm not mistaken, is divided in 3 acts. And it's about 8 hours and a half long, unless they extended it.
Keep going to the forest, go to the path, run! Run!
Oh, this scene looks really good. I mean, this is a huge step up from the 3DS right here. There's a lot more detail. I don't know if it's the 3DS's screen that reduces it, or if it's outright the textures that have been improved in the PC version, but this is definitely more of a full experience. Wow. These look actually great. It's kind of like a comic book that's been converted to 3D. It's not really like a 3D model scene like this one. This would be more of your traditional 3D model scene. So this is your first level right here, and this is where I could swear the thing spits out a few more enemies than usual. And, well, it makes it kind of cool right there. So, the fun thing about this game, if you consider the levels and what you play through, considering it's almost identical to the 3DS, there's puzzles, there's good battle gameplay, there's excellent bosses, so all in all, this is a very complete game, and it's nice to see it arrive on the PC for those of you who don't have a 3DS, and it's nice to see it work with Tridef Ignition, something I am really happy to see, because I had written to Konami asking if they were going to put the 3D support for the PC in this game, and they said no, and I was like, damn it. But given the simplicity of an engine like this that was initially written for the 3DS, well, for any kind of device, I figured its versatility would make running in 3D quite easy. There's something I missed here, actually. Let's go check this out. There's a lot of this in this game where they're going to encourage you to turn around, come back, and come and check something out. They're trying to appeal to that Metroidvania aspect of Castlevania. So, if I'm going to give this game a score, based on what I'm seeing on the PC so far and what I experienced on the 3DS, now I am assigning this score to the PC version. On the 3DS, I would have given the game a 7 out of 10. Why? Because for a full-price retail title on the 3DS, it was a short game, And there's something that there was a lot of in the 3DS version, and that's click time events. And I haven't come across any on the PC yet. I don't know if they took them out and just let the cutscenes roll. I am freaking allergic to click time events. I fucking hate click time events. Make it known on the records. I don't know if this is like a general thing in gaming, if I'm a freak or if I am not compared to the norm, but I freaking absolutely hate click time events. I much prefer enjoy cutscene. Take for instance BioShock Infinite. It could have had click time events during the scenes, and it does not. And it was, well, in some cases, in some people's list, it was Game of the Year. So they're not necessary, they're annoying, and they come in the way of cutscenes that could otherwise be awesome, and then you end up having to try stuff over and over again. So I'm not bringing it up to an 8, but on the PC I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. Why? Because it's a good port. Now I have to make a note. I saw a review on Steam that makes mention of mouse support. I don't know what to say about commenting on mouse support when it's a pure controller game. I really don't know what to say. It has keyboard support because you're on the PC, right? Because you need the keyboard to use the game in the first place. But aside from that, why the hell would you need your mouse to aim the whip? I really didn't get that part of the review. The review is positive. The person's not slamming the game or anything. They're just mentioning mouse support, and I was like, what is he having in mind for mouse support? Anyways, these little wall climbing thingies, the mechanics, I really enjoy them. They're cool. They're really easy to use, and nothing complicated. Sometimes it can get frustrating because it'll make you jump at the wrong spot. This, I guess, is for use later on when I want to get out of here. If I want to get out of here. Die. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh, shit. I like when the enemies are close to the center of the screen because of the field of view and the camera. I mean, like I said, it's a good step up. It gets that half point up because it really is well presented. The presentation is incredible. Haven't run into any issues with the port yet. I would have liked the ability to remap controller buttons. I can do it on the keyboard. Why can't I plug in a custom controller? It absolutely wants... Oh, shit. Oh, game got me there. I guess I can go explore, eh? Or no. Huh. Or, oh, I can go underwater. Oh, look at this. I don't know if this was in the original game. I guess I missed out on a part there. In the, on the 3DS, because I don't remember doing this part at all. That's interesting. For something that's still low detail for a PC, it just looks great. So that's it. You got my score, you got my review. I've played this game before, so I know enough about it to give it a full through-and-through review. Although I did just buy it, and this, like, had I never played this on the 3DS, this would be a first impressions video, not a review with a score and everything. But felt safe to actually go ahead and do that. So 7.5 out of 10. It really is worth purchasing. Part of the reason why you get that half point up is also the fact that they did not put a full retail price on this game. It's $15. So it is really, if you have a 3D gaming rig, if you like side-scrollers, if you like Castlevania, if you like good visuals and good cutscenes, this is a no-brainer purchase. 7.5 out of 10 is plenty to get a good... get a good enough score to justify a purchase at $15. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you played for yourself and check it out. It's a pretty good game.